Hello everyone. In this video we will be factoring by grouping a quadratic equation. So why do we have to do two types of factoring to this problem? Why can't we just factor it like a regular quadratic? So with our sum product thinking, there are no factors of 20 that will add up to negative 19. I mean, think about it. 20 you can only have 1 times 20, 2 times 10, and 4 times 5. And if the product was positive and they both have to be the same sign, you'll be left with 21, 9, and 12. So those factors don't work. So what we do, these particular quadratics will have an issue here. If you want to take this coefficient of this first term, the 3x squared, the 3 and the 3x squared, you want to multiply that by the product term. So 3 times 20 is 60. And so now you want to find factors of 60 that add up to negative 19. So remember, since 60 is positive, our products have to have the same sign. And since our sum is negative, those products should both be negative. So the hardest part about this is in fact finding the factors of 60. There are many factors that we can use. Alright, so to start off, we have 1 and 60. That'll give us 61, so that doesn't work. There's 2 and 30. 2 and 30 will give us 32, so that doesn't work. We have 3 and 20. That'll give us 23, so that doesn't work. We have 6 and 10. That'll give us 16. That's close, but we need 19. And the last one that I can think of is 4 and 15. 4 times 15 gives us 60. If we add 4 and 15 together, that'll give us 19. And since 19 is negative, that means all these signs have to be negative. They have to have the same sign since 60 is positive. So 4 plus 15 gives us 19. So negative 4 plus negative 15 will give us negative 19. So these are the factors that we want to use. Now, here's where it gets slightly complicated. We're going to replace 4 and 15 with 19x in the original problem. So we're going to have 3x squared. We're going to write 4x minus 15x plus 20, like so. Now we have 4 terms. So what do we do when we have 4 terms and we want to factor? We want to do factoring by grouping. So you want to group these two together and these two together. So the greatest common factor I can pull out of 3x squared minus 4x. Unfortunately, it is not a number because there's no number that goes evenly into 3 and 4. So all I can do is pull out this x. Since both of them have an x term, I could take out the smallest x. So that leaves me with 3x minus 4. What is the greatest common factor I can pull out of negative 15x plus 20? That would be 5. So if I pull out 5, I'll have negative 3x plus 4. Now we have a problem. Our factors, although they have the same numbers, they don't have the same sign. So that means I factored out the wrong thing. I factored out positive 5. In order to have this 3, in order to make it a positive, I need to factor out a negative. So let me just erase my work really fast. I'm going to rethink this. So if I factor out a negative 5, negative 15 divided by negative 5 becomes positive 3. That becomes positive 3x. And 20 divided by negative, since a positive divided by a negative becomes a negative, that'll give me negative 4. So now the signs are exactly the same. We're in good shape. This works. So now we're going to rewrite our problem as x minus 5 times 3x minus 4. For those of you who may have had an issue with factoring the x out and the 5 out in the first place, what you can do is rewrite this equation. You can switch these two if you have an issue. So let's try it the other way. We had 3x squared minus 15x minus 4x plus 20. So if we do factoring by grouping here, you may see some easier numbers that factor out. So here we can pull out 3x, because 3 is divisible by both 3 and 15, and there's an x in both terms. So we're left with x minus 5. And if I pull out, I could pull out a negative 4. I still have to pull out a negative 4. I'll have x minus 5, which is the same answer we had before. If we rewrite everything, we'll have 3x minus 4 times x minus 5, which is the exact same answer, just in a different order. So you can switch the order of the two numbers if you need to make it a little bit easier for you to factor.